You'd be the feces mermaid.
So welcome to Dr. Vitka's Myths, Legends, and Lore. Today, we're visiting my favorite place in Salem, at least my favorite shop. This is the Magic Parlor. I've been coming here since I was a kid, which means it's been here for decades. This is a Salem institution. You can find everything from real witchcraft supplies to whoopee cushions. This is seriously the coolest store in Salem, and we're gonna go in and take a look. We are here in the Magic Parlor. This is, like I said, my favorite store in Salem.
Damn right.
And this is Rob Fitz, the man behind the magic.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate the Magic Parlor.
That's the magic of the Magic Parlor.
Now, first thing, before we even get started,
okay,
can you show me what these mini chickens do?
Oh, so these little mini chickens, if you squeeze them hard enough, they make a little peep.
All right, let me squeeze it. How does this possibly, that's amazing.
Isn't it amazing?
That's truly fantastic.
So additionally, I also wrote the word gullible on the ceiling. It's right there.
I don't believe you.
It's true. It's true. It is.
He did.
I did.
Really up there. So tell us about the Magic Parlor.
Well, the Magic Parlor is it's a joke shop, monster masks, makeup, Wiccan and occult supplies, jewelry, all kinds of great stuff. Basically, what I like to tell people is, if we don't have it, you don't need it.
That's true. I come in here often, not needing anything, and leave with many things.
That's right. And that's the whole idea, is that none of the stuff in this store you need, but you want it.
I mean, I felt when I saw that little jar of dirt from Ed Gein's farm,
right,
that was something I needed. So how did you get involved with the Magic Parlor?
Well, 23, maybe 24 years ago, I walked into the Magic Parlor because I do makeup. I'm a makeup artist. And I basically asked the guy that owned it if I could do makeup in front of his shop for Halloween, for October. And he said, yeah, of course, absolutely. We'll just take a small percentage. Can you do these? And he handed me these vampire fangs. And I said, sure, I'll give it a shot. Turned out to be the biggest thing ever, is to do, these fangs on people. And I got paid for doing that. And as a result, I would come back every October to do fangs and makeup. And it grew and grew, became wildly successful. After a while, the previous owners, Frank and Sharon, they wanted to retire. So they were trying to sell the shop.
And they wanted to retire from all this?
Well, apparently they were just getting a little tired.
A little long in the fangs?
A little long in the fangs. And they decided that they would like to move on and enjoy their lives. And so they retired. But before they retired, I made them an offer and I purchased it. So I purchased the shop from them. And it has been one of the best decisions I ever made, because I worked on films during the year besides October, and I did great doing that, 25-year career, but after a while the hours are way too long on movies. So plus this is consistent. We're open pretty much every day.
I mean, this is amazing. This is because, as you know, and you all better know, is that I do the Spellbound Tours Ghost Tour.
That's right.
And when I needed a place to sell ghost tour tickets, the one store in Salem I thought would be a perfect fit would be the Magic Parlor.
Exactly.
The Magic Parlor is the exclusive physical location outlet for the Spellbound Tours Ghost Tour.
Yes.
And what I love about the Magic Parlor is it's like a little bit of everything.
That's
you
right.
have the jokes and novelties. I can come in here and get fake dog do. I can also come in and get like serious witchcraft supplies.
That's right. We have the best shit in town.
Yeah.
We'll sell you some shit so you can give some shit.
Well, you know who's bought the best shit? So you get some pretty interesting characters in here, don't you?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is like a magnet for weirdness. So we get all kinds of crazy people come in the store.
Like there was a gentleman we were discussing. One of the best characters here.
Oh, yeah.
So what films have you worked on? Anything you can mention?
Well, like the first movie I ever worked on was the original Jumanji.
Oh, cool. Any horror movies?
Interestingly enough, I worked on The Purge 3.
Did you?
I did. And that's when the movie this is featured in, Purge Election Year. More recently, it took me a while to get... I did a lot of indie horror that you would never have known what these movies were, but more recently, I was able to be more selective later in my career. So I did American Horror Story Season 10, which was really fun with a really great makeup artists in that, the McCashes. And then I did Dexter New Blood, which was really cool. And so, yeah, so those two were big ones.
You have a proprietary blood recipe?
Well, I mean...
You're not going to say it, obviously.
Well, there's a simple blood recipe that we all use. And then, like, there's little alterations to it. But I would just tell you, like, the different blood recipes. That's fine. I don't, like, that's not secret knowledge or anything. You know?
People would be very protective of their blood.
Well, the only person that should be protective of any makeup secrets is Dick Smith.
Oh, yeah.
He was an amazing makeup artist. He's passed away. But he wasn't like that. He would always share all of his knowledge.
I used to pore over that Dick Smith makeup book. It was incredible.
It's a terrific book. And it's actually, people still reference that book now.
I remember it was filled with things that you can't find anymore, like mortician's wax. And I'd be at the school library like, what is this? Where can I find this?
Yeah. We have it. We have scar wax.
Every time I've had to do a project and I've needed makeup, this is the place. Last year, you did the devil makeup on me.
I did.
Now, you also, the Magic Parlor has the best psychic readers in Salem.
We do. We have the greatest of all psychic readers. So we have 3 readers this year, and they're amazing. People come out of there. I've never seen anybody disappointed. You know, like they come out and they're crying, you know, they're affected. They're like, whoa.
That's a sign of a good reading is when somebody's weeping.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, tears. We have to hand them tissues. That's why I have a box of tissues right here at the ready.
While we're talking about ghostly things, is there anything haunted in here?
In the
shop? Are there ghost stories associated with the Magic Parlor?
Definitely. I'll tell you the ones that have happened like in the past. Like we've had stuff fly off the shelves. We've had paranormal investigators come in the store. We've had people, do EVPs, an EVP session. And that was one of the most dramatic things.
That's my favorite. That's electronic voice phenomena.
Right. And so they asked the spirits. They realized that there's some spirits here and they're tricksters. So they said, we understand you're tricksters. Who do you like to mess with in the store? And clear as day, the voice came on and said, mess with Zach. And you can meet Zach.
You have something trapped in that little jar of salt up there.
Oh, yeah. So that we had like creepy people that would come around and they would try to put little curses on us, right? So they would leave tarot cards to kind of like trip our business up. So at the behest of our friend Dave Mullen, he said, well, this is what you do. So I took the cards, I put them in a mason jar of salt, tied them together with like a red cord, and then I put 2 iron nails pointed up, crossed, in the salt with those cards, meaning that it's like a New England folklore thing. It goes back to them and trips them up. But, I mean, do I believe in it? I don't know. I mean, I just think it's cool.
Haven't seen them in here since.
But wait, they came in. And they were like, oh, hi, like trying to be friendly and fake and everything else. And then they saw, I put it right there. They saw it and they went pale. And they immediately left the store, which completely fills me with joy that they saw it, thinking that I was like some witch or something, or warlock, or whatever, wizard, that I was casting a spell on them. And, you know, and really I was just going,
well, that's the same as casting a spell. That's the same intention.
Sure.
If you believe and if they believe, it works.
You know, I believe that it messed them up because they never came back in the store, and no one's ever messed with us again.
Well, that's something I like about the Magic Parlor a lot too, is there's every now and again there's a flare-up, feuds between the different factions in Salem of magic
We're
people.
neutral.
But nobody ever has any beef with the Magic Parlor.
That's right. You know why? Because we stay out of everyone's business. We don't really care, right? So there's ambivalence, and we have kind of an element of chaos to us that I think people don't really want to like get involved with. There's a chaos magic factor. That's what I've been told.
Nobody wants to mess with the chaos magic.
No, because it's like, you know, you don't know what's going to happen. It's like chaos.
Oh, and
you know, and we love it. We kind of enjoy it. You know, we're like, we just, you know, take it all in. And here's our reader,
the psychics now.
Well, I heard the word chaos and I was summoned.
We are in the inner sanctum of the Magic Parlor now. We're in the psychic reading chamber with one of the psychics.
Hi. I'm Jennifer, born and raised here in Salem.
In this room?
Not in this room, no, in Salem Hospital.
You're not kept captive in here.
I am not held captive in here, no. I enjoy being in here.
So what do you do?
I do tarot readings. Would you like to pull a card? Do you want to try one?
Sure, yeah. How does it work, first of all?
Okay, so I've been doing this for a long time. I started teaching myself how to read cards when I was maybe around 12 years old, something like that, very young. I just felt very called to it. I loved the artwork. I loved the history. I loved the idea that you could tell fortunes just from pulling a card. So how it works partly with my own intuition. I prefer the word intuition over psychic. I call myself an intuitive reader. I feel like the word psychic is a loaded word, especially in this town. So I go with the word intuitive. So partly it's my intuition, but partly it's also your higher self. Everybody has one, whether you believe it or not. We all have a higher self. So it's partly your higher self reaching out and sending out a message through the cards.
Should I be a little spooked?
I guess it depends what card we pull.
Where should I pull from? Should I take from the top? Should I take from the middle of the deck?
What I'm going to have you do actually before pulling a card, because this is how we get your energy into the card, and different readers do it different ways. Some readers do not allow people to touch their cards at all.
That makes sense.
Full respect. I'm not one of those. I do allow people to touch the cards. I just clean my cards every night. Spiritually clean them, not actually wash them. So what I'm going to have you do just for a moment is shuffle the cards, just any way that you feel comfortable doing that.
Oh boy, I have like no dexterity. What deck are we using?
So actually, I can show you the little booklet. This is the Mythic Tarot. And this is vintage, just like myself. This is from the 80s. I have had this since the 80s.
That's cool.
Yeah, so this is an old deck that I've been using for a long time. There is a reprint of it, but this is, and which we sell here. Little plug, Magic Parlor, we sell it. But the OG, this is the OG deck. This is not the reprint.
What kind of mythology are they drawing from?
It's Greek mythology.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, yeah. And it, you know, I have a lot of decks at home. I collect decks, but this is the one that I use the most. This is the one that speaks to me the most for readings.
I've just kind of scrambled them up a little bit. I'm trying to remember my Greek mythology from school. Oh boy.
It's you do it for however long feels right to you.
I hope I get somebody cool like Hades. Let's see what we've got.
Okay, and I'm going to have you cut the deck in half. Okay.
Sort of half-ish.
Well, yeah, it doesn't have to be exact half. Just the idea of cutting the deck. All right. So that, let's see. 6 of Wands. So
Is that the Golden Fleece?
yes. So the tarot deck is made up of 4 suits. There's the major arcana and the minor arcana, and the suits are in the minor arcana. The major arcana are name cards. So the name cards are things like death, justice, judgment, the moon, things, the title cards. The minor arcana are the suit cards. So it's wands, pentacles, swords, and cups, and they all govern different areas of our life. So wands is all about action. It's action, ideas, intellect, manifestation of goals, things like that. So 6 of Wands is just really telling me that you're a successful person, that you're someone who is able to achieve your goals and do what you want to do. Someone who slaughters the beast, so to speak.
Well, that does make me feel better about things. That's good.
Good. So,
I was afraid we were going to get something bad, but this is a
this is a good
feeling card.
Yeah, it is. It's a good card to get. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
This is a nice deck. I may have to pick one up.
Yeah, no, there's some really beautiful. Let's see if I can find.
I found a UFO themed deck in here, which really spoke to me.
Oh, funny. Let's see. These are some of the
Hermit, but famous from the Led Zeppelin album cover. Who is this character with 2 heads? I don't remember this.
There's the moon. Oh, the Fool. I love that one.
Yeah, this is nice art.
It is. It is. It's a beautiful deck. It just really speaks to me. Death, which does not actually mean death. That's a big misconception in movies and television shows. It drives me bananas when I see that, people pull the death card. Oh, you're going to die. It's like, no, it does not mean you're going to die. The death card is all about transformation, change, things like that. So it's not inherently a bad card to get. So, yeah.
That is very cool. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Enjoy your success.
Well, let's hope I can have some of this in October. Travis, are we going to have this with the podcast or whatever this thing is called?
You know what? Oh, it just froze. That's weird.
Oh, spooky! It just froze right there?
Like it just...
Do you think it's the ghosts, or do you think it's this guy coming for us?
I don't know if it froze like I don't know if we'll play back and it'll be frozen, but it froze on the screen.
I don't know.
That's so
is
funny.
Change coming? Uh-oh. I'll stick with the success for now.
That's too funny.
And that was our trip to the Magic Parlor, the coolest store in Salem. So thank you very much for Rob for talking to us and filming and letting us see all the cool stuff in his store. Thank you very much, Jen, for that wonderful tarot card reading. I actually feel much better about the future knowing that I've got prosperity coming my way. And I seriously wanted to buy almost everything in the shop, but I'm going to show you right now what I did end up getting. First, we have the Salem Witch Bottle. I've wanted one of these for a while. This is really cool. The idea with the witch bottle is it has all sorts of ingredients in it, and it's supposed to be like a mystical cure for bad stuff. It says right here on it, it's going to repel repellent creatures. It is going to prevent destructive forces of evil and malicious spirits. It could prevent afflictions of consumption, plague, bad humors, and terrible luck. It seems like every house should have one of these. The stuff inside, we have powder of clove, rosemary, dirt from Nomkeg, which is what Salem used to be called by the indigenous people, and 1 iron nail. And so this is going to protect me from evil. I don't know if I should keep it in the bag just because the art is so cool, or if I should take it out and put it somewhere creepy for people to discover. And this was made by a local Salem artisan. Only available at the Magic Parlor as far as I know. Also, this is one that really I found greatly disturbing. Bed bugs. Thankfully, these guys are plastic. But if ever I visit your home, you better believe I'm going to hide these in your bed. These are horrifying. And here's the big one. Oh, it's kind of heavy. The Fiji mermaid. Isn't this incredible? This is a reproduction of the original Fiji mermaid exhibited by P.T. Barnum. The missing link wasn't found in the swamps of Boggy Creek in Arkansas. He wasn't found in the mountains of Nepal. No, he was found swimming beneath the ocean waves. The missing link was half monkey man and half fish. We all descended from these. At least that's what Barnum would tell you. The historic one was made from the corpse of a monkey sewed to the corpse of a fish. Thankfully, this guy was made by the Gemini Company, and I think he's mostly clay with a little hair. I may want to touch up his teeth a little bit, but look at that face. Isn't he horrifying? I love my Fiji mermaid, and it kind of makes me want to get back into the sideshow business and put them on display. Believe it or not, we actually used to travel with these not that long ago, and people were still falling for them and thinking they were the real thing. So thank you very much, Magic Parlor, for all the wonderful wares, and we'll be seeing you next time for Dr. Vitka's Myths, Legends, and Lore for another strange experience in the Witch City or some other cursed locale. Thank you for joining us. Oh, hey, buddy. You like the Fiji mermaid? You like the Fiji mermaid? Good boy. You're cuter than the Fiji mermaid. I would pay to see you in a sideshow because you're so cute. You're so cute. You'd be the feces mermaid.